Hi everyone, I thought I would do a quick video to share with you guys how I used my DIY tags that I created the other day. I know that I showed you how I created those using some ephemera that I created from just images from a paper pad, but I wanted to kind of show you guys how to use up those DIY embellishments that you make. And so I am going to be making 2 cards and 2 shaker tags with the tags that I created. And here I was just measuring out my envelopes and I am cutting down my paper, and that's the scrap paper that I have to size so that it'll fit on those cards, and it's going to be so super simple. I did speed up the process of these videos, but this video in general took me about 5 minutes to actually make. These cards did on real time. So it was really, really fast. So I'm just going to be using my ATG gun, and I'm going to be sticking down my 4 by 5.5 paper that I cut down. And I'm going to be putting down the flamingo tag that I made, but I also pop it up using some pop-up stickers or some pop-up foam dots that I had, and I've had them for years. As you can tell, they are very old. I've had them for maybe 4 years, and it's my last pack. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to use those up because I've been needing to use up some of my card making items. And then the card base that I use, I actually, when the card bases go on sale at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I tend to buy some so I don't have to make my own card base. So I have tons of card bases that I just have in my stash, and that's what I'm using to make these cards. It makes it so much faster. If you don't have any card bases, you can pre-cut some card bases and just pre-cut some card bases and make some and just buy the envelopes, and then you're good to go whenever you want to make a really quick card for something. And so here I am using the Target Dollar Spot, and it's the spring stickers, and I am actually going to be using that hello in blue, and I kind of play around with it for a little bit, but I end up just leaving it plain. I was going to put a background on it to kind of make it pop, and then I didn't like the way it looked, but I left that process in. I didn't clip it out because I wanted you guys to kind of see me play around with some different things. As you can see there, I'm just trying to figure out where it would go, and I end up just putting it down just like that, and I really like the way that looks. And so that's how I leave it, and then I just fold it up, and I am done with card number 1. So now on to card number 2. And I already had pre-cut my paper, and so I'm sticking it down, and again it is 4 by 5.5. And I'm just going to use my ATG gun to stick that down. And I haven't done cards in a while. I haven't done DIY embellishments or ephemera like I have in the past, and I really want to get back into that. So that's why I kind of wanted to do this really quick video to show you guys, that I am trying. It's been super busy with having all the kids at home and trying to figure out when to do videos and when videos are best. But my kids are bigger, and so my daughter's at work right now, and my husband's in the other room. He's actually doing really, really well. So thank you all for your well wishes that y'all have sent. I really appreciate it. We both really appreciate it. And here again, I'm using those foam dots again, and I'm popping it up just to give it a little something extra. But this one is actually, I'm just going to stick that down, and I'm going to call it good on that card as well. So you don't have to, I wanted to kind of do some cards where you don't have to have stamps. You don't have to have, as long as you have stickers or paper pad, you can make your own cards. You don't really need to use stamps or inks or any of that. So these are the 2 cards that I created using those tags that I made. And again, you can stick ribbons at the top or whatever to embellish it even more. But here I am making these shaker tags that you could put on a gift, or you can put them in your flip books, or you could give it in a loaded envelope or a pocket letter. So they're kind of big for a pocket letter, but you can kind of tape it on there with some washi tape and it would be fine. So I'm using my fuse tool for this. You do need a fuse tool for this part of this process that I am doing, because I haven't found any other way to actually get it perfectly around, the tag. But fuse tools, if you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, you can purchase them with a coupon, a 40% off coupon, which is a good deal. So yeah, here I'm just cutting up the edges, trimming the edges, and I am using some sequin mix. The sequin mix is from the Planner Society kit. I believe that's where it's from. And I've had it in my stash for a while, and I thought I'd go ahead and use that. As you guys remember, for the tags themselves, I actually used some of that washi tape that came in the kit. So now I'm just using some of those sequins that I've had in my stash, and some seed beads. And then these sequins that I'm pulling out here, these pink ones and then the blue ones, I actually picked those up at Hobby Lobby. And they're like $1.99. They're very not inexpensive. I can't even talk. And I'm sorry I am shaking them around so much. I know a lot of you ladies don't really like the shaking, and so that's why I kind of wanted to do the voiceover on this video, because I didn't want y'all to have that sound of that shaking. I just love to shake them though, and I'm sorry. That's just me. I love shaking anything that's a shaker. That's the whole purpose of it, is to shake it up. So I like doing that. So I'm sorry if some of you guys don't like that, but that's why I kind of did the voiceover, so you guys wouldn't have to hear the little shaking noise. And so I had forgotten to go around the inside so that you could actually put the ribbon through. So I did that, and I punched a hole through it, and it actually came out. I thought it was going to have like a hole where the sequins were going to fall out, but it didn't. So I was really happy about that. So now I'm doing the second tag, and I am just going to be going around it as well, like I did the other one. And I leave the biggest part of the tag, well, the second biggest, which is the bottom, I leave that open. It makes it so much easier to throw your sequins in there. So I'm just going through to be going around the outline, and now I do go around the inside first, and then I punch it out. And when I do the inside, I kind of melt the two pieces together all the way with just the little tip of the fuse tool to kind of make sure that it's going to stay. And then I just cut around the edges like I'm doing here. I just cut around, I punched out the hole, and then I'm cutting around the edge. And yeah, it's really super simple. It doesn't take that long. This process was sped up a bit as well, but in all, it only took me 8 minutes to do these two tags. That's how fast in real time it took. If you guys want to see a real time video, I can do some of those. I just find that the faster videos, you know, they're just easier to watch sometimes because they're not that long. And so I'm just putting some more of the same sequins, and I fuse it up, and I cut it down, and I call it good. And on the back, you can stick a cardstock to and from on the back of these tags, and put it on a gift or whatever you want to put it on. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will be back soon.